Apple pie. Just came out of the oven. Can you see it bubbling? Can you see the steam? Mmm. Great way to start the day, huh? Ooh. It's cold outside. Looks kind of blah. My brother Richard, who doesn't take care of himself, and he's lazy and he admits it, is supposed to go into the hospital today for some kind of atrial fibrillation chemical stuff put into him, some kind of drug to regulate his heartbeat, whatever. Personally, I don't think he needs it. I think the doctors or whoever is taking him for everything they can get. And my mom thinks pretty much the same thing. She was a nurse for 20 years. She's worried about it. They're supposed to call him a half an hour before he's to show up at the hospital. And I asked him yesterday, well, what kind of time frame do we have? I don't know. I said, so they could call you at 8 in the morning? I guess so. At noon? I guess so. Or 6 in the morning? Yeah, I guess so. I said, do I need to go in with you and ask all the questions that you don't ask? He never asks anything. He's one of those dummies that whatever the doctor says, he'll do it. Really? There are people out there like that. Anyway, it is 10 minutes after 2 in the afternoon, and they have not called yet. And they said he's going to go in today. So it's like, jeepers creepers. It's going to start snowing close to rush hour. I don't want to be caught in rush hour, for one thing, or snow in rush hour. You know, there's some things I'd like to do that I need to do around here. Some bill paying and some other things that I can't really start doing because if he calls and I need to take him and pick him up and all that stuff. So, I can't really start anything. But they haven't called yet. Wow, I spoke too soon. It's 2:20 p.m. Richard just called me and said they just called him. So come on over and take him to the hospital. Because it's some kind of procedure, he needs someone to pick him up. And he doesn't want to leave his truck in the parking lot for 2 days. So here I go. Here we are again at the Heart Hospital. I'm going to go in that door there, go up to the second floor, get checked in for Rick. This is a room. Here's the bathroom. He's changing clothes. Here's me. And you can look outside. I'm in the dark. Ah.
Should you give me the tightest fish you can give me and hold it? It's gonna be a stick, okay? Release your fist for me.
Wow, I didn't even feel that go in.
That means she's a really good phlebotomist then.
Oh, yeah. He's staring you right in the face. There's nothing staring me in the face.
There's my car right there.
Where do you get french fries? Say it yourself.
Look at that stain on the ceiling. You could draw a little.
Butter penne.
You could draw a little
Mingles.
face on there. It's like a neck and shoulders and a face with hair. Cool, huh?
Whoops.
Okay, so Rick's at the heart hospital, and they have him all hooked up to an EKG. They're going to be taking that every 12 hours, a 12-lead EKG, and then the 4 or 5-lead EKG they're going to do every 4 hours or something. And then he's supposed to be given this medicine called Tikosyn, Tikosyn, for palpitations of the heart to get the arrhythmia taken care of or whatever. And it's a very expensive drug. His doctor that had him come to the hospital and do all this stuff told him it'd only be like maybe 1 or 2 months that you'd be on this drug. Well, after they hooked him up to all this stuff, the doctors came in and, do you have any questions? And, no. So I asked questions. I asked a bunch of questions. So, because he wouldn't. And apparently this medicine, if it works for him or whatever, he has to be on it the rest of his life. And it's extremely expensive. There's no generic for it. And I just keep shaking my head. The staff there is really, really nice. The girl that drew his blood was so gentle he didn't even know that she'd poked his arm. And he has a male nurse named Zach. Great guy. And another couple male nurses came in to do something. They have great sense of humor. They're a really nice team. They're nice young people. And then there's like a nurse aide lady, Georgine. She's really nice too. And I think I met the other one, Avis, but I'm not sure. But, I mean, he's got a lot of nice people taking care of him. No wonder he likes being sick all the time. Gadzooks. But they waited and waited. They had to call down to the pharmacy to get this medicine because they don't keep it on the floor because it's so, I don't know what. It's a medicine by Pfizer, the same people that make Viagra and a lot of other drugs. So I stayed as long as I could. We watched Jeopardy together. Because I said, hey Richard, Judge Wapner. And he goes, is it 4:30? I said, yeah. So we watched Jeopardy. That's when it comes on here. We watched Jeopardy. And talked a little bit. And the male nurses came in and I don't know what else they were doing. Oh, and putting an IV line in just in case. And this kind of thing and that kind of thing. Basically, 5 different doses, 12-hour intervals are given of this medicine. So they see what you can tolerate and what you can't. They draw your blood every so often and they take all your vitals all the time to see how your body reacts to these medicines and stuff. So they know what dosage to give you for the rest of your life. If it doesn't work at all, if your body doesn't tolerate it, if medicines that you already take are contraindicated or whatever, I mean, if it doesn't work, then they have a different set of medicines to do. And then if that doesn't work, they have the shocking your heart back together again thing. And if that doesn't work, then they surgically go into your femoral artery and go up and make scars on your heart. And I did watch a video about that, but I'm not real clear how that works. But I am so glad I fell between the cracks in this healthcare thing fiasco. And I know if the Republicans get into the presidency, if they're elected, all this is they're gonna drop it all. They said, well, we'll institute a different program, but the first thing they're gonna do is discontinue this healthcare thing that we've got now. So it's like all I can do is shake my head. All I can do is shake my head. Oh my God. That's why you gotta try to keep healthy. Oh, that's the timer for the rice. I haven't eaten yet. The cat and I are having rice and orange chicken. I don't know if he'll eat that or not. He might. Anyway, I stopped by Trader Joe's and got Mom some oatmeal cookies. And Richard said, ooh, she's out of her candies. Mom likes to eat Werther's candies. A lot of people call them old people candies because a lot of older people eat them. Well, she has so many different medicines, and the side effects of the medicines make her mouth dry, so she has Werther candies all the time. And darn it, I didn't stop because it was cold and windy and dark, and I didn't want to stop another time. And oh, Richard said you're going to bring me candies. So I went out and got her candies and took it to her and stayed and talked to her for a little while. She's got a caregiver staying the night. Her house is like a blast furnace. I mean, I know she's bedridden and stuff, but it's so hot in there. I'm tired. I've been up since like, I don't know, 4. Because Richard said they could call at any moment, and they didn't call till 2:15. Oh, and now the latest development is they're not going to start the medicines until tomorrow afternoon or something. So it's going to be another day. Oh, this is insane. The healthcare racket. Yeah. Well, tomorrow's Wednesday, and I will find a good joke because I need one too for Whoop Whoop Wednesday. Catch you later. Upward and onward.